And we're back. And this is the main Njall run of my neural simulation this week. And as I always say, the run will depend on how many stacks you'll need to finish the boss. And if you notice, there were times that I did like a separate charge attack. That's because it's sometimes faster than just doing like skill then shooting 3 times. But it really depends on the situation. And another Chenxing run if I'm able to use Vija Celestial's one. And seems like I only need 5 to 6 stacks. It's very fast. But unfortunately, I need Vija Celestial's one on the other boss. And we have the Fenny Coronet team. As you can see, I used Coronet's support skill first. Then I swap to Coronet, then use her skill, use Fenny Starshine support skill, and use Maxer support skill. And then I just shoot, and just reactivate Starshine support skill when needed. And this is only a tier 1 signature gun of Fenny Coronet, so it could be faster. And this one's just for fun, by the way, but it's a full support team with Tess, Phantasia as the DPS. I specifically chose Marian Aquila and Maxer Shadowga as the support so that when Tess ult, she won't be swapped out because, 2 of the supports are on the field already. While I did try like Vija Celestial's one, I just find Maxer Shadowga better, at least for Njall, for the Tess Phantasia team. And actually I think that's not bad. 25 seconds for an all support team. Anyway, here's Longyan Team with Vija. I still think Vija is like almost second best support for Longyan. I only say second best because the resistance rate that Vija does will be inconsistent because it like only supports 1 element type, and Longyan with Tess will be 2 elements. But Vija still makes up for it with defense red and attack buff so far. Can still be better on the future thermal aptitude support. And we have one with Longyan and Marian Aquila as the support. I still think Aquila can be the better support for Longyan, but at her current manifestation, which is M0, she's slightly behind Celestial's one, but only by a little. Especially considering Celestial's one is like M3 already, and this is 8.3 slower than Celestial's one. And lastly for Longyan team is Maxer Shadowga. And yes, I did shoot first here because it's just faster with the current circumstances, but normally you would use skill first for Longyan. And seems like Maxer can still compete, but she is tier 2 and M3. And she's only good for older bosses that doesn't have invulnerable base. And we have Fenny Pureheart team. I dodge like 2 to 3 times so that my skill can reach Njall. Problem with her is that she kinda takes a little bit of time, to be able to ult. So that it's a good amount of time. But normally this problem only happens on, very old bosses. Either new DPS is just that strong or newer supports are just that great. Then we have Katya Blue Bolt. And this is supposed to be Katya Blue Bolt's boss. But then you either need to have her or you need to have Maxer Shadowga.
Goodbye, my friend. Well, that's settled. Let's head back.
And we have Cherno Enigma team because I haven't used her in a while. It's possible that Tess the Magician is the better support for her since we'll be able to like
Reloading.
max detonate her skill twice, very fast. Compared to this one where I really need to do like manually stack it very slow.
Did you see me?
And here's Siris Ksana because he's well invested. So why not, I guess. But normally she's not too good for this Angel because normally Angel goes invulnerable and teleports away when we're too far away from the start, and then when we're too close to Angel. So this was just a lucky run that when it didn't went invulnerable.
I probably won't remember you. This feeling. I'll keep it safe.
And we have Lyfe Wildhunt because why not? Because I bought her skin before. And I did get her weapon not long ago before, the indefinite maintenance back then. And still far from invested for sure. I think it's decent. I think it's on par with the Tess team though,
I can't really dance.
the Tess support.
But now,
But to be fair, she's not exactly best for Angel. And we have the new boss, supposedly Longyan's boss, but I don't know, man. I just feel like there's a lot of ways that this boss can like interrupt Longyan's attack, especially her skill, because Longyan's damage is like standard skills finally hit, and then charge, the charge attack that she kinda does, and also ult of course, but I don't think ult gets interrupted as much, but you can take damage. Her mobility isn't too great if you're shooting because you can't really move. Although the shooting doesn't really bother me as much, even though yes, it's like I'm just 1 HP now. I just think I need to restart the run more due to the skill being interrupted than, getting hit by enemy attack because we lack mobility.
This is starting to get fun.
If being interrupted is fun, then maybe. Here's another one, but with Marian Aquila again.
air support in position.
The good thing about Aquila for this boss at the very least is that we don't need to recast her support skill, unlike Vincia against this boss.
Allow me blaze. Nine-fold blaze. Burn them to ash. Blaze.
Not a single one will slip past me.
This flames. Oh, now I'm intrigued. You keep going, darling. The price of this transaction is your life.
And again, Aquila is not far again from Celestial's 1, and Aquila is M0,
This is starting to get
while
fun.
Celestial's 1's M3. And if you don't want to mold against this boss, then just use Katya team. It's just way simpler. You won't get interrupted a whole lot because he has interrupt resistance. And we really just need to reactivate her skill. And again, needing to reactivate BG's support skill. And that's pretty much it. Very simple versus Longyan that can be interrupted a whole lot. But this is an M3, but tier 1 Katya versus M0 tier 2 Longyan. So both can still be
I'll win
improved.
for you, just like always.
Now the build use, let's just start from the very top of the operative. This is just tier 1 and say attack alignment. Oh, and almost M3. Then we have the killer. Just tier 1. And this is what we get from the free logistics before. And almost M1. And we have Enigma here. Tier 2. And I'd say attack alignment, but her stats are not too great, I guess. And not even M3, okay? We have Pureheart. Attack alignment. And M3. I was planning to emperor her, but we might not have enough. And we have Starshine, tier 1, attack alignment. And yes, M2. Coronet here with a tier 1. And attack and crit damage. And almost M3. We have Shadoka, tier 2. And max HP, skill haste if you really need it, but you rarely need it. M3. We have Siris Ksana, tier 1. And just the free ones from the logistics we get before. M2. We got Siris Ksana, tier 2. HP and attack. And 3. We have Chenxing Jade art. Tier 2. Attack and crit damage. And M5, wow. Okay, it's been a while since I checked this. Tier 1. Katya Rhapsody, attack alignment. And M3. And we have Katya Blue Bolt. Tier 1. Attack alignment. And just M2. We have Tess Phantasia. Tier 2. And the logistics that we get for free, attack alignment. And M3. VG Celestials 1. Tier 1. Attack alignment. With, her signature weapon. And we have Longyan. Tier 2. And actually I'm not sure. Either attack alignment or attack crit damage. We do need to know when the attack stat falls up to consider crit damage. But it's only either or, okay, and 0. The main reason I'm removing skill haste as a possibility is because of this, right? By basically just trying all 3 skill haste. The main cooldown of this skill is like 5.2, okay, but if you see her combo attack here, it's like we're only gonna skip the last hit of the combo, and I think the last hit of the combo deals a good amount of damage. It's the sort of charge attack in the normal basic attack. Now this is the normal one without skill haste. It doesn't matter how long it is, because if you finish that, the skill is going to be up anyway. Now the only way that the skill haste would work is when we get interrupted while we're shooting, especially the final hit. That's the only time that I might consider skill haste. But as you can see, right, it's already plunging. But she's not getting interrupted, you know, she only gets interrupted in the skill. So yeah, and that's about it.